Thank you for the invitation to speak. I have communicated briefly with my Swedish colleagues. I'm Johan Svensson from Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences. And we have one site in Sweden since 2004, and we have 2 candidate areas. And we have had a brief discussion over the lunch. And generally, it's our opinion that this charter is very well written, and it's very well in time for what we need now to define better the model forest concept. It's a good initiative, and we agree on, say, 90 to 95% of the text. And there's a few things maybe that we could elucidate a bit and discuss. And going back to, in fact, Article 1.4, we think it's a bit passive, as it is stated right now, with just fostering and supporting again in the 3 issues. So we suggest, in fact, that an issue is added where it's specifically stated that the IMFN will add to the total capacity internationally to deal with sustainable landscapes. And we can provide an example of a text to the Secretariat if needed. Otherwise, I'd like to draw your attention maybe to Article 2.4 and A, where it's stated that it should be anchorage with national governmental agencies. And I think we should realize that model forest is basically locally driven by local partnership. And maybe for some countries it works very well to base this at the state agencies, whereas in other countries it's probably more sound to work from the local situation already at the start. Articles 3 and 4 deals with principles of engagement and with member responsibilities. We think that those are very inclusively written as it is, and we think this is very good because it allows different countries and different partnerships to come in to the network according to their possibilities and their capacities. But we also recognize maybe a possibility or a need to further on in the development of the model forest concept to put a little more strength into those texts and be a bit more clear about what you need to deliver to be able to stay in the network. I think maybe what caused the most discussion in our Swedish group was how to define the roles between the IAC and the INC, the Advisory Committee and the Networking Committee. And here we see that we will propose maybe that the Advisory Committee would have a stronger role, strategic role towards securing or anchoring the network to the political framework that is out there internationally, whereas the Networking Committee would work more as a facilitator for the network as such, more strategically on that level, and to support different model forests, to support regions, and give them advice and connect projects and issues between model forest sites. We have also discussed the representation in the INC, and currently we have some kind of a regional representation. But maybe if we see in the network that one issue or one project really takes off, we can take any example, for example, bioenergy or governance issues. This is what we would like to see in the INC, that the initiatives and the projects that have a very strong developmental character should be represented in the INC, maybe rather than regional representatives. And also to emphasize, and there's a statement at Article 7.3, something about decision-making, that it has to be very clear that the decision-making authority is at the site level or the regional level or the international level, whereas the INC in particular have a clear advising role and is not a decision-making body. Finally, just a small comment about Article 8.2 and 8.10, where it is discussed and proposed that that all regional networks should be termed model forest network. We have been working with the model forest concept in Sweden since 2003, and we have found it quite hard to introduce this term. For some reason, it is politically difficult in some countries to introduce this term. So we propose to discussion to maybe to have a bit more softer writing, and maybe to allow complementary terms instead. And as Przemysław Majewski spoke about this morning, in the northern parts of Europe, we're now discussing to formulate a Baltic landscape network, and we in fact put forward those terms instead of model forest. Yes, and with respect to Article 8.10, we think this is very interesting, and we need to create some kind of a platform for areas that are interested to become a member, but does not yet have the full capacity. So we think we propose finally that the charter is somewhat expanded, for example, with an appendix that gives some strong and good advices to all stakeholders that are interested to come in. Thank you.